Hey guys, it's me Tilly, and today I'm here with a non-Vindictus video actually. I know, I'm really sorry, but you might have noticed how the motivation for me to play Vindictus has been going down ever so slightly over the past few months. So I was branching out, I was looking for different games, and that's where this game that I'll cover today hopped onto my radar. I wanted to do this video for about 2 weeks by now, because that's when the game was officially announced. However, there was so little information about it that just recording a video to talk about its existence was not enough for me. There's a bunch of people who already did that and there was no inherent need for me. And to be honest, I never heard about the game before, so I really didn't have any information. I wanted to do some more digging. However, there was a developer stream earlier today, and they shared some neat information I wanted to forward to you guys in case you wanna join me on the journey, because I will definitely give the game a shot in the beta and see how it goes, if I like it or not. And if you want to come along the ride, feel free to do so. If you're completely new to the channel, then maybe you would also like to consider coming back and enjoying all of the guides I'll do on this game. But let's start from the beginning. Solo, or Sword of Legends Online, is an MMORPG that was originally released in 2019 over in China and is now making its way to the Western world thanks to Gameforge. Yes, you might have heard about them. But let's actually talk about the most important information first. It's the monetization. You would expect it to be free to play, but there's a plot twist. It's actually pay to play. That means you will have to purchase the game once and then you will be able to play it forever. There's no subscriptions and there is an in-game shop, but it is strictly for fashion. They spent some time showcasing the shop during the live stream, and they pointed out multiple times how you can only buy fashion items or items that will not grant you any advantage over somebody who is not spending money on the game. The main items to look forward are outfits, mounts, flying mounts, weapon skins, but they also made sure to say that none of these things you can buy there, like let's talk about mounts, they're not any faster than the mounts you get very early on in the game via free to play. Like by just playing the game you get the same level, the same speed of amount as somebody who would pay the additional 20-30 bucks. Another big deal in my opinion is that fashion items that you purchase are shared throughout your account. That means you buy a set for your waifu of choice and all other sidekicks will be able to also use it. This excludes gender discrepancies, so if you buy a female set, you are obviously only able to use it on female characters, because the male version of the same set would be just a different item. Same goes for mounts, same goes for weapon skins actually, even though different classes are using different skins. There's basically a theme, let's say a blue flame weapon, and if you buy the blue flame weapon, you'll be able to use that skin on any class that you are creating. I hope I got that correct when they were talking about it, because I was really confused at first when they said I can purchase a weapon skin and use it on other characters. That was kind of weird to me, but to be honest, I appreciate that. That's pretty cool, and that makes it feel even less wasted if I was to actually pay one of those or buy one of those items. Because let's be honest here, how many times in your MMO history did you guys buy an outfit and then you decided like 2 weeks later, hey, I'll switch to another class and now this item is wasted? Comment down below if it ever happened to you. You will not be able to trade items bought via the cash shop, however, but you will be able to gift them. So technically it is still able for you to trade the premium currency, which by the way will be called Crimson Coins. Not that it matters at this point, but just so you know. Spending these crimson coins, or aka the premium currency, will give you a secondary premium currency. For every crimson coin that you use, you get one, I forgot what the name is, let's just call it second premium currency for now, that will again let you buy even more vanity stuff, even more outfits, even more fashion, even more things you really do not need to get stronger in the game. They said how outfits or costumes, whatever you want to call them, will be the equivalent of like 13 to 18 bucks, dollars, or whatever that is in euros. They spent some time really explaining how much of these crimson coins, or how many, sorry, you get per dollar, per euro. I can throw these up on the screen in case anybody cares, but it's really hard to grasp what those numbers mean without any sort of how much does an item cost. There's also gonna be like some screenshots of the item shop. Maybe you can actually see some costs right there for some flying mounts or outfits. And to be fair, the premium shop is kind of reminiscent of BDO. Not talking about what you can buy, just talking about how it looks. I think there was some inspiration definitely coming from that game. There will also be a battle pass, which was confirmed to be exactly 10 euros by one of the community managers, and he also said that if it was any higher, we would be allowed to start a riot. So it better be 10 euros. Once again, the monetization model for the game is pay to play. You pay once and then you play forever. No subscription needed, no pay to win included. While talking about you pay once and then you cool, I should also mention the different packages there are. There's a $40 package. There's a deluxe edition, which I hope it was 60. Can't quite remember right now. There's an image on screen for you guys right now, and the most expensive one is gonna be the collector's edition, which is $100. That I'm sure of. The deluxe and the collectors, obviously, they include multiple fashion / the collector's edition includes like a flying mount that's only exclusive to the collector's edition. So obviously, if you like to brag about having rare stuff, you may want to think about spending the extra money. When I asked about the game being tab target or action based, aka BDO versus World of Warcraft, I was given the answer that it's actually a mix between both of those styles, and you would be able to switch between. So I don't think it's meant in a way where like the game forces you to kind of play both styles and it's a mix, but they made it sound, or the guy who answered me made it sound like it is up to you to decide which one you prefer, aka which one you want to play, which, if that is true, dude, that's kind of massive, I want to say. I'm pretty sure in some situations one or the other will be way better, but allowing players to decide which one they like better, that's a massive step. I've heard so many players talk about, dude, I can't play World of Warcraft because tab target is just unfun. And then I heard people talking about, dude, I can't play BDO or Vindictus, if you're coming from my channel, because it's so confusing on like how to just do stuff. But I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to test it out and let you guys know again if I'm wrong on this topic. Let's talk a bit more about the classes that I mentioned earlier. The game will be launched with 6 different classes. I'll be showcasing a bunch of different, or all of them hopefully, during this video. And they're not gender locked. I feel the need to say this because I usually only cover games which have a set gender to a specific character. However, this time the classes can be either male or female, whichever one you like better. The game will only allow you, however, to create 5 characters, and you cannot buy any more character slots. So I guess you have to pick one class that you just don't like at all. They also said though that the Chinese version, whenever they get a new character, a new class, there's slots being added. They didn't promise us it's gonna be the same for us. They just threw it into the conversation. Classes in this game have 2 specializations, 2 skill trees, I want to call them, with 5 of them actually being a mix between damage dealer and heal, damage dealer or tank. On the first 5 characters they showcased, I actually thought they would do that on purpose. Always have one class being able to be played as a DPS, which obviously everybody wants to, and then have the option of doing heal or damage, heal or tank. However, the 6th class just threw my theory out of the window because the spell sword can only be played as a damage dealer. He has 2 specs, one is ranged, one is melee, so that's cool, I guess. But he's the only class that has no other role than damage. They also said though that while you could just switch to the other spec, which by the way can be done by the press of a button, it's a 10-second channel, it doesn't cost anything, and you can do it anywhere as long as you're out of combat, which is pretty neat. So you could literally just run a dungeon, and for the trash you play as a healer, and then for the boss, when you need some more oomph in your party, you goes back to your damage spec, or vice versa obviously, which is not as efficient as I would like it to be, because they said different specializations also require different stats, different gears kind of. You could still just switch to your secondary spec and have some impact, but it will not be as strong as if you were to main that spec. There's also difference between PvE and PvP gear, so if you just play PvP and you start joining raids, you will probably be kicked, so be prepared for that. Or vice versa, if you join PvP with a PvE gear, you'll be flamed into oblivion. There's also a system called the blessings and the glyphs. They showcase it a bit on the stream. It kind of reminds me of Diablo 3 runes for the skills, where you can have the same skill do different things based on what you wanted to do, which again is, I think, pretty cool. We'll have to see how much variety there will be, or how strict the best in slot build will be. I don't know. One more thing I want to notice here is how decently optimized it looked to me. There was a time when they were changing settings and increasing the FPS and just playing some where I would expect the game to lag for a second or two, but it, like, nothing. Like, it was just fluent, it was stable, it was chill. Yet I don't know what kind of NASA PCs they are running over at Gameforge, but they noted how it would not be a 30 series for their GPU. Most likely not. They weren't quite sure, but it looks like a game that's fair in terms of requirements for your PC rig. Throughout this video, I hope there were some videos playing on the B-roll that showcase some of the game. I myself, I'm super hyped to try the game. As I said before, it will be pay to play, so giving it a shot is kind of connected with this initial cost. However, I sneakily got my way into the content creator program, which means I will at least be able to give the beta a try. I may be invited to the alpha, that's yet to be determined, I guess, or we'll have to see. The alpha will actually start as soon as next week, and then like a couple of weeks later, let's say like a month later, there will be the beta, which is when I hopefully finally get access to the game, and I'll let you guys know again how the game feels. Maybe if I'm lucky, I also get some keys for the community, so all of you awesome guys are able to join me and see kind of previously to the release if it's worth playing or not, because that's my main concern with the game. The barrier of entry is obviously way higher than any free-to-play game, so I want to make sure I get all of the information across to you guys, that you need to know if you wanted to give the game a shot. So if there's anything you need to know about the game, please feel free to comment down below, or feel free to also join my Discord. There will be a link down below in the description as well. Discord is kind of my main, I almost call it social media. You can reach out there to me any day of the week, almost 24/7. I only do not read those messages when I'm currently streaming or when I'm sleeping, actually. But if I'm streaming, you could also just jump into the chat and ask the questions there. With that being said though, the video is getting overly excessive long for no information in the past 2 minutes, so I'll cut it here and I'll be back to you guys once I know more about the game. Before heading out, you might consider subscribing and liking because it helps the algorithm, and I would be a happy little camper. With that being said, have a great day guys, and I see you next time. Bye.